before electricity, before engines, before steel cranes reached into the sky, before computers could calculate perfect angles, before satellites mapped the Earth, and before lasers could measure distances with incredible precision, human beings were already building structures that continue to challenge our understanding. Across deserts, deep inside mountains, hidden within forests, and carved into towering cliffs, ancient builders created monuments so enormous that thousands of years later, they still dominate the landscape. Even today, engineers equipped with the world's most advanced technology continue to study these achievements. Not because they doubt they can build something similar, but because they want to understand how people with seemingly simple tools accomplished something so extraordinary. Who were these builders? What knowledge did they possess? How did they plan projects that would take decades to complete? How did they coordinate thousands of workers without radios, without computers, without modern surveying equipment? These questions remain among history's most fascinating puzzles. When we imagine the ancient world, it is easy to picture people living simple lives, but their surviving works tell another story. A story of mathematics, geometry, engineering, organization, leadership, and an understanding of nature that was developed through generations of observation. These people may not have possessed modern machines, but they possessed something equally powerful: experience. Imagine spending your entire life learning how stone behaves, how it cracks, how it bends, how much weight it can support, how water slowly changes the landscape, how sunlight moves across the horizon throughout the year. Knowledge like this was never downloaded, it was earned. Now imagine standing beside a single stone, not weighing a few hundred kilograms, but dozens, perhaps even hundreds of tons. Today we would call for hydraulic cranes, massive transport vehicles, computer-controlled lifting systems. Back then, they were only people. How did they move such incredible weight? Across rivers, across deserts, up steep hills, over uneven ground. No one can answer every question with complete certainty. Researchers have proposed sledges, wooden rollers, earthen ramps, counterweights, human and animal power working together. Some ideas have been recreated successfully. Others remain subjects of debate. What is certain is this: the stones moved, they arrived, and many remain exactly where they were placed thousands of years ago. Perhaps even more astonishing than moving the stones was placing them. Some blocks fit together with extraordinary precision. Corners align almost perfectly. Walls remain remarkably straight. Structures are carefully oriented to the surrounding landscape. Today we accomplish this with laser levels, digital scanners, GPS, and sophisticated computer software. Ancient builders relied on observation, simple measuring tools, repeated testing, and remarkable patience. Their greatest instrument was the human eye. Sometimes the builders didn't transport stone at all. Instead, they transformed the mountain itself. Imagine beginning with nothing more than a solid cliff. No separate blocks, no prefabricated materials. Every room, every staircase, every pillar, every carving would emerge from a single mass of rock. One mistake, one incorrect strike, months of work could be ruined forever. That kind of confidence only comes from generations of mastery. When we admire ancient monuments, we often think about kings, rulers, architects. But what about everyone else? The stone cutters, the rope makers, the surveyors, the sculptors, the laborers, the cooks feeding thousands of workers, the craftsmen maintaining tools. Entire communities devoted years, sometimes lifetimes, to projects they might never see completed. Their names have largely disappeared, yet their work still stands. Perhaps that is one of history's greatest ironies. We remember the monuments, but not always the people who built them. Today's engineers are not puzzled, because ancient people were mysterious. They are impressed because the achievements demonstrate exceptional planning and craftsmanship. Researchers continue to investigate how massive stones were transported, how builders maintained alignment across great distances, how structures were designed to remain stable for centuries, and how ancient techniques often worked in harmony with the natural landscape. Every new discovery answers one question, while often raising another. Perhaps the greatest lesson left behind by these ancient builders has nothing to do with stone. It is about people. Human curiosity, human patience, human cooperation, human determination. Long before electricity, long before computers, long before machines transformed construction, ordinary men and women accomplished extraordinary things. Not because they possessed advanced technology, but because they possessed extraordinary skill. Their monuments are more than ancient buildings. They are reminders of what the human mind can achieve when knowledge is passed from one generation to the next. And perhaps that is the greatest wonder of all.